have ever done in my life into an Excel sheet because I have found that this knowledge isn't as common as I would hope it to be. Today we're going to go into what you don't measure, you can't manage. So it's a little past the P&L. It's what you do with the numbers off the P&L to grow your company. Now, if you stay until the end, I show you my lovely tour of Tennessee and the bicentennial display. And I also watched squirrels play chase. So I hope you guys enjoy. For free download. It's again just to give you an idea of what are we supposed to do with those numbers on the P&L. So your P&L will provide your financial stability, right? So for this company, they were at a 54, they jumped up to a 69, and then at the beginning of 2026, they were at a 76, so they were up 40%. Your operational efficiency, were you able to take care of your clients fast? Were you able to answer the phone quickly? And marketing, were you able to get your company's name out there? Did clients leave? Were you able to add more? Is the owner of the company running around like a chicken with their head cut off trying to do everything, or was training in place? Do the team members have the software they need to get the job done? Is it a software issue? Is it a people issue? Those are generally the two questions that need to be asked. And the scalability readiness, which that teeters between people. So this company particularly, they were at a 44, they hit a 59, and they were at a 70. And you can see as you grow, in 2024, they were closer to the second ring, and you can see where they kind of needed to hit. As you grow, you expand, and all of these things, the processes have to get better, the people have to get better, the marketing has to get better, and then overall your finances will get better. And we have some trends down here. So let's go to the financial pressure part. So for this company particularly, their annual revenue was 1.2 mil. In 2025, it was 1.7 mil. And then at the beginning of 2026, they were headed over half a mil. So over 500,000 just for the first quarter, which puts them on track for the upcoming year for 2026. Then you have your net profit margin, profitability after all the expenses, right? So this is the company's performance. They went from a 9% to a 15%, which is great. And the accounting department is what watches the expenses. Like if something's too high, that's where that bookkeeping comes into play. Revenue per employee. This is based on your training procedures. Well, first it starts with your hiring. Then it's your training procedures and how well that person adapted to it. And then if they were able to apply it, then your workforce productivity and efficiency will automatically go up. So each person on this team is able to do 100 to 150K. And that's labor economics. Now your payroll burden is how much you pay these people, your labor cost, and that's your benefits included, because in order to get good people, there have to be benefits. Benefits such as health insurance, 401k, gym coverage, bonuses, quarterly bonuses, annual bonuses, either or. But in order to get money motivates people, and treating them well makes them stay. Your reoccurring revenue, predictable versus one-time income. So they were at 18%. It jumped up to 42%, so it's strong. Then you have your emergency cash months. It went from 0.8, which is not even a full month, to they had an industry benchmark, and they hit it where they have 3 months of they were good. They had extra cash because revenue was up, because the people were trained. So it all connects. It's not just on that P&L. That's treasury management, right? So businesses with recurring revenue models valued 2 to 3 times higher than one-time business sales businesses, right? And then profit margin target. Contractors targeting 10% plus net margin, considerably healthy. If it's over 8%, working for free after risk, right? So let's go to the operational load. Here you have your people. So for my fake little company, they have a dispatch, a field tech, an admin, a scheduling, and an automation. So dispatch was ranked out of 42, and you can see it jumped up to 71. So there was a 69% change. It's operating efficiently. Field tech utilization, we are at optimal. We have admin efficiency. It's been streamlined. Scheduling is slowly improving. And then automation usage is scalable. So the more things that the more things you can automate to not think about and have the computer do it, you want to do that. You want to leave your brain capacity for the things that grow your company, not the repetitive tasks that end up draining your brain more so than necessary. So the dispatch efficiency here is measuring the speed and accuracy of job routing, right? So we want to map it out. We don't want to waste our time. There are plenty of softwares out there that can track it, and that's operations management. Your field tech utilization, billable hours divided by total hours, we're in an optimal range. Your admin efficiency, back office productivity, which we need that, process engineering, scheduling efficiency, capacity converted to revenue work, because you don't want people just sitting in your office and twiddling their thumbs, right? Then you have your automation usage, which it's a digital transformation. Again, if you at the first of the month have to send out invoices, you can definitely automate those in whatever system that you're in, and you won't have to individually send out those bills, right? That's the automation part of it. So for this fictitious company, the score measures founder/owner dependency. So lower is better. High dependency is valued at 20 to 50%. If it's critical dependency, right? So it could have been the year he started or she started her company. It was 2024. And so it was heavily relied on. But by 2026, the owner has learned how to teach the tasks and then delegate the tasks and train someone else to be them, right? That is the goal, to share knowledge and share money that's worth being shared. We have our trend analysis here. You can see how each area has gone up, right? And that's your operational part to it. Now, this is your marketing. Marketing is what brings the people in, right? The salespeople are generally the ones that are worshipped because they're the one landing the sales to get the money into the company. But there's other things to it aside from being a salesperson. There's web conversations, Google reviews, lead response times, referrals, and then your customer lifetime value. The customer lifetime value portion is the total profit per customer relationship. So we want that to go up. We want people to refer your company. We want the lead response time to be less than 5 minutes. And if it's less than 1 minute, it shows that your company is prompt and can take on more business, right? If they have to wait, then it's not going to be good. And then your Google reviews, that's probably like the first thing people see when they Google you real quick to see who's left what where. If you have no ratings, they're kind of hesitant. If you have bad ratings, they're definitely not going to use you. But if you have good ratings, then they're definitely going to click on your website and be more curious to who you are and what you do. And you have your website conversion. So people that go to your website, can you convert them into clients? And so I threw in some marketing and psychology insights because when it comes to marketing, it's all about psychology. If you know how to work the human brain and what's attractive to the human eye, then you're able to get their attention, and humans is what you're selling to, no matter what industry you are in. We have critical lead response research, okay? The 5-minute rule, the 1-minute impact, and first responder wins. 78% of customers buy from the first business that responds to their inquiry every time. And you as a consumer in the United States of America know that we like things now. Everything is instantaneous. Everything is on the phone. If you respond to us quickly, we're going to think you're prompt, and we're going to want to do business with you because that's the preface, the idea that you have set forth by being so prompt. We love this. And then the psychology principles within the metrics, right? So back to the Google reviews. This is social proof. When people aren't responding and it's over 5 minutes, the urgency decay, like clearly your company is too busy if you don't even have time to respond to the one. And reciprocity. I probably didn't say that right, but blah, blah. Referrals indicate customers feel they receive value worth sharing, right? And so with this, people will complain more than they praise. But if they have somebody that needs your service and you've provided good service, your name will be the first one out of their mouth, right? So don't let the angry people who are always the loudest let you down. If you are providing good service and your clients know that, then they will recommend you to people. And this is what creates your visibility engine. None of it has to do with direct sales, right? This is marketing. This is what's getting the people in. This is not even the work that's being done on the back end. This is how people are finding you. And then for this company, I had Copilot, ChatGPT, all the lovely internet things go into an action roadmap. So if you were to upload everything and say you've analyzed your P&L and you're kind of lost, you don't know what to do, and you have all these other metrics, like I know GoDaddy's got how many website visits you had, how many people clicked on your Google links, how fast were your dispatchers able to go send your drivers, your tech out to where they needed to go. How fast was the tech able to fix the problem? Was the tech knowledgeable in the issue? And how it all kind of comes together. So for this one, dispatch bottleneck, they weren't dispatching properly or sending the drivers out in a route format that was useful. Severity high, because your clients aren't being taken care of in a fast manner. So your technician onboarding lag, that probably has a lot to do with training. So for this company particularly, if the technician onboarding is lagging, there's probably a holdup in the training, and it's taking a little bit longer, which is making the dispatch kind of, you can't dispatch them if they don't know. And then if we're all waiting on the owner to approve things because we're unsure of what the goals are, that's going to be an issue. And then weak automation workflows. If you're stuck having to rely on your human brain, or I used to use little not Google Notes, Microsoft little sticky notes on my computer to help me remember things. And thankfully automation exists, so I don't have to remember things. And inventory sync issues, which that's all about learning your software, right? So then we go into it here. For this one, it lists all the same things out. It goes into why it matters and how it impacts the business. And it does a prioritization framework on high, low, medium, and all the action process. I even did this fun little chart here. You can mark it here. So yeah, when it comes to the profit and loss report, it's so much more then your revenue, your net income, or your gross income, then your net income, and then all the stuff after expenses. How the company is being run, how you're training your people to be as passionate as you with the same values, morals, strategic alignment, and smart framework, right? So we want to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, right? Because if it doesn't have, you need to have an end date for goal. That's the goal. That's the goalpost marker. So again, this spreadsheet is available for download in the Dropbox. If you would like bookkeeping, accounting, CFO insight help, definitely go to my website, jknaccountingpayroll.com. If you would like to stay and view the rest of this stuff, I'm going to be showing you my trip to Tennessee in this, and this lovely bicentennial display that I saw, because I took quite a bit of video there. I just didn't do my intro there. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever the internet is telling you to do. And I hope you have a great day. Bye. I'm going there. Squirrel. Squirrel's playing chase. Oh, you saw me. Woo! Okay.